How you doing? Live from Stockholm, Sweden. Saturday night. Fuck, what day of the week is it? It's a Saturday, obviously. The 11th of June, baby. Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. Spill a drop from my boy Rory McIlmore there. The rapper golfer there from Seattle and Bangor. Northern Iron, hey. Fucking, what's the deal with What's the deal with fucking Rory McIlroy? Is he sound, is he? Oh, got a lot of handy numbers that lad did. A lot of handy numbers indeed. Who we got in the house tonight? Who have we got in the house as of tonight? I'm doing this through the YouTube interface. Mikey Higgins, word up, Papa Shango. Any crack? What's the latest word around town, man? Phil Paul, how are you fucking Phil Paul? Hey, Leeming Murphy, long time no chat. Hey, long time no chat. Fucking iced tea in the boys. Boom Boom 43. Shawnee, how are you doing? I've since our little text message there on Twitter, I've also been suspended because James Woods put up some things saying if you're living in like a liberal state or something, you should apply for a concealed carry. Showed some old dude driving like a Toyota Sequoia pickup truck, getting carjacked and battered. So I was like, shooting them fools or blasting them fools would be a fair move, and that was it. Instantly suspended. So I appealed it, and I was like, what did I fucking say wrong? What did I do wrong? Would it not be the right thing to do? That's what James Woods it was implying, and he managed to, yeah. So Sean, I'm off it. I haven't bothered. You know, this is the second time I've been banned or suspended from Twitter, and what usually happens is you have to agree to the violation that you've done, and then you have like a 7-week waiting time. But fuck it, I'm spending too much time on that shite anyway. It's becoming more and more like live leak. I think the amount of people I see be killed on Twitter is like probably like 5 to 10 a day, and something weird's going on, man. Something very weird is going on. Who else we got in the chat tonight? Story Hey, Mikey Higgins. Baj Mahaj, good to see him. I can't stand City, honestly. Yeah, fucking City won again, the Champions League final. I mean, it's easy to do when you're just having like billions pumped in by fucking oil oligarchs in the Middle East. It's kind of it's boring. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're City, and then it's just like you're winning all the time. Even that become boring. We've got Chris Perez staying with us at the moment as well. He's been on the fucking sauce, hey. What's that? Sean says, I hate their Chinese punishment system. Lehman Murphy, there he is. There he is.
I just want everyone to know that Manchester City. Look at my face. But anyways,
Got fucking chlamydia.
Man City has 115 bits of like strikes against them. No other team has ever won with that.
No, make of that what you will. What's to say here? I hate their Chinese punishment system. Yeah, they'll be fucking water torturing people next. Have you seen the cottage now, Martin's fucked? Oh yeah, that's old news, man. That happened in nearly a year ago. Some arseholes came and had to destroy it. It wasn't enough that they had to go in and break in the place and go on the piss. Like they just had to burn it down. Little rat bastards, whoever did it. Let me see. Cancerous Attitude, how you doing? Paul Burke, new Hottie book season anytime soon. Who knows, man? There's like I doubt at this stage we'd be back on RTE. We'll see. To be quite honest with you, I personally haven't really had much interest myself. To be quite honest with you, I think in many ways it kind of feels like it's flogging a dead horse at this stage, because you know if everyone else wanted to do it, but I think Mike is sick of it. Well, not sick of it. He's just not hungry enough, and I kind of feel the same way. It's like if someone would give us the golden envelope and be here's a budget, go and make it happen, I'd definitely do it, as with everyone else. But I just think everyone's diffused and gone on a different paths, and they have done for quite a while. And I've tried to keep the dream going, and even myself, I'm just like, fuck it, man, I can't be bothered anymore. It's it'll probably end up someone else will want to do it, and then I'll be the last one going, do you know what? Go fuck yourselves. Jungle is massive. I was checking the Daily Mirror every day, checking Maloney Orange wanking incident. Glad you're okay. Thanks very much. Sound as a bell. Jungle is massive. Return of the Mac. LG, how are you doing? Did he dive first into an egg and cress sandwich? Did you hear that, Chris? They were referring to your to the ointment. He was walking in the woods. He got stung by poison ivy. The woman from Batman and Robin, featuring Uma Thurman and the boys. Soda cream job. Too fucking right, hey. Too right it is. What news have we got? Let's just talk about some of the news, and you can ask me. Feel free to ask my opinions on the latest, because I think that's the handiest way of jogging things. Because I was going to write some notes, and then I just thought, let's just shoot from the hip and roll. That's how we do. I seen good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson on Twitter. He's doing well on that platform. Some spicy things, himself and Fox. I think we're living in very, as the old Chinese proverb would say, may you live to see interesting times. We are living in very, very interesting times. Dr. David's on the phone here. 1 second. Oh, Dr. David.
Oh, I'm in the toppest need, Martin.
Top need,
You
hey.
don't understand.
We're live on the power stream here. If you want to join in the chat, I just did it through the YouTube interface just because every time you have the StreamYard logo in the corner, it looks a bit low res budget job. I'm not paying 50 quid a month for that, man. I ain't doing it. Can't do it.
Are you're streaming now online?
Yeah, we're on live. Yeah, I'm in top need of some streams. Hey, top need.
I'm out. I'm not in a place I can at the moment. I'll jump on the next one though.
Sound as a bell, man. Sound as a bell. Tell Morty I was asking for him. Hit that like button if you like Modi.
All right, see you.
All right, brother, man. See you soon.
Bye.
Fair play to Dr. David, man. The man's a legend. Sorted us out with a guitar. Bought us sandwiches as well. As they say, fucking high the respect, man. And I tell you, the higher hospitality too, hey. Any lush? I'm drinking the Piston Head have rebranded. It had to be done. They're nice. They're funky. They're fresh. They've got a black lid. It's all right, hey. It's all right. But none as nice as that iced tea I drank earlier on the way home. See what you got in the chat. Soda cream is great stuff. It is. Oh, Canada forest fires. Good question. Funny how they all just spontaneously combust at the same time. Like, if I play devil's advocate, which I usually do, it would almost be like to create a panic about a certain thing that happens as a phenomena that, if anyone questions, you are put into the denier category. But it does mean, you know, the more of these things that happen, the more of our freedom of travel is eroded from us by these just stop oil. I've seen a couple of scaffolders in London, lads who are used to climbing up heights and lugging up planks of wood and metal bars. Just, you know, it was no bother to them hoisting them lads off the road, and they made short work of them. I love any time these just stop oil guys are moved off the road. They're like NPCs the way they move them, and then it's like they move them with force and just go. And there's no emotion. It's like the modus operandi is like, you can't be agitated. You must remain neutral when you're pissing people. Can you imagine the mindset it takes to sit there in the middle of the road while people are on the way to work or to pick up the kids, or they've got a deadline, or, you know, just general, you know, you're on your way to work some morning, and then a bunch of dickheads in high-vis jackets are sitting in the middle of a road and giving you that dead-eyed expression of like just weird, like it's the closest thing to NPCs I've ever seen in terms of the behavior. It's fucking weird. It was a great video indeed. McGregor is always getting into scraps. Who's McGregor fighting lately? Let's see. He's all over the shop lately, anywhere but training. Did Chris lend you the Patriots Club at Fair Play? He brought this over for me as a gift. It's like it's a nice modern day one.
I'm actually watching the stream, so yes.
He's watching the stream and he can vouch for that. He was like, "Yo, here's the Pats jersey. How about those Bostonians up there, Chris?"
How about him?
That's right. Sparky, the future is orange. What about that fire down there, hey, in Canada? Here's the thing, right? And this is in the realms of possibility. It could be arsonists, could be anarchist nutters, could be pyromaniacs, could be something from the fucking sky, or it could be a natural forest fire. But the fact that they just combust in multiple locations, but then they're blaming it on oil. See, one interesting thing that happened about 4 years ago, the Rockefellers of Standard Oil, who made their fortune in oil, divested all of their assets out of oil and into lithium and lithium batteries and that kind of thing. So there's been a huge push, obviously, for the electric vehicles, and it would be to cast aside the old combustion engine. But it is one of the most, like it or not, it's the most liberating way of, economically speaking, and in what we have out of it, unless there's some other technology that isn't being utilized at the moment. Who fucking knows what's going on? Why am I swearing? Why am I doing this? A Clockwork Orange mixed with Soylent Green, says Boom Boom 43. Clansman 29 says, how are you, Maloney? Man, any women? And you'll notice it's not clan with a hard K, it's a C, as in he comes from a clan, like the Clan MacLeod, as in fucking, what's his name? Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery in that film, Scotchman. Maloney, what's your thoughts on Project Bluebeam? You mean the faked stage alien invasion designed to basically get everyone into a one world government to fight a fictitious alien adversary? Who knows? Who knows? It sounds like something from the mind of that weird lad who did Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard. Who fucking, like, your religion has a guy called Ron. Guy probably had a driver's license. Bill Burr there. I've been having the ride from a Chinese bird, and she's tasty. Good lad, hey. Was it Fang Fang, the one that fucking, what's his name? Adam Kinzinger was tapping. Tap away, hey. Let me see. Trump indicted, as Phil Paul. No, because it's because Biden. I mean, like, Jesus, man, the amount of shite Hillary Clinton got away with. Benghazi, scrubbed emails, fucking the amount of, I think it was like 12 bodyguards. Actually, I took a screen grab of this. Actually, I'm not going to go into it. Barry Brennan, thank you very much for the 5 bells. Superb chat. Appreciate that. It goes a long way. Hey, it goes a long way. Want to invest in some new computers soon.
Why is there no talk about Biden's son being indicted?
Biden's son being indicted.
Yeah.
I mean, what is, and the chat as well, what is an indictment? Like, Nixon was indicted.
You have to be in front of a jury of your peers. That's what an indictment is.
An indictment is to be in front of a jury, in front of your peers.
Crime, you just have to be brought up in front of your peers. It's part of the American legislative system.
So what's the point in that, like? So it's like, okay, we'll go.
It's prior to being charged. You just have to go sit there, and if they think that you have committed a crime, then they will charge you. That's what an indictment is. You have not been charged with a crime. You still have to go sit in front of a grand jury, which is a jury of your peers. It's just funny that you keep talking about the American system, but you don't even know what it is.
Well, no, I've heard like the, everyone talk. Was that impeachment? You said an indictment. Indictments. Now
I have to go wash.
All right. What's an impeachment then?
That's only for people
in public office.
Yes.
Such as the president.
Right.
All right, because I got
impeachment and indictment.
And indicted mixed up. Yeah. Okay.
So was Trump impeached? Yes, but is he indicted? So he has not yet been charged with a crime, but it just or people like of our peers think that you should be charged with this crime. That's what an indictment is.
Right. Okay. I can't see that happening because, like I said, well, I mean, look, Biden had stuff in his garage by his Corvette. I mean, what kind of stuff's he got? Like, I took some dinner plates.
That's why I asked.
Mm-hmm.
You brought up
all right, yeah.
as is Biden's son. He has also been brought up on charges recently.
All right.
So let's spread it equally.
Yeah,
Forget
well,
the Republicans, forget the Democrats. Everyone fucking sucks.
This is true. Chris is he's emotionally charged about this one tonight.
No, it's just I hate that you only shoot towards one direction. Let's shoot in every direction.
Yeah, but man, they're all. I mean, the majority of them are fucking creeps.
Exactly. It doesn't matter which. If I wear a red tie, I wear a blue tie. We're all scumbags.
Man, they're both as bad as each other. There's a couple of, like, you got Robert Kennedy Jr. who's a Democrat. I mean,
Robert Kennedy Jr. since RFK died in the plane crash. Robert Kennedy Jr. died in the early 90s flying a plane from Hyannis or Martha's Vineyard to New York. That's the original RFK.
Yeah, but this is the other RFK. This is Bobby's son.
Jr.
What? But that wasn't his dad on the plane.
It was John's
F. Kennedy's son.
Right, and now you're talking about
Bobby
RFK.
Kennedy's. Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Okay.
They're all scumbags. You all can make fun of me all you want. Forget about it. But I'm just saying. Republicans are garbage. So are the Democrats. Sorry.
Well, you have it from Chris Perez. You'll have to come around here and sit because they can't see you.
All right. Hold on. I'll be around.
Well, just leave it on your face, man. It's all right. Like.
The whole world knows.
Missy's here as well. How are you, Missy? How things?
Oh, I even sent her a message. Say, here's your fucking live stream that you want.
Boom 43 said, make him eat 50 peaches. Jungler's Massive said, Chris has had a few shandies. He's had a few Chardonnays. Simon O'Toole, well, Martin was listening to the Lexus pod there again. Really is something else. It's brilliant, especially the bit where we talk about the time when Tordoff came to stay with us in Dublin and he bought a cherry beer for some Belgian cherry beer. And we were discussing this. And the next day, my dad had drank it. And he was like, Martin, your dad drank my cherry beer. And my dad replied by saying, I'll tell you something, son. It didn't even touch the fucking sides. Come around here, Chris. Chris he's a bit inebriated. He's been enjoying plenty of.
Like, I've been out here. I went to my first soccer match in Europe.
Sit down there, man. Sit down.
But I just want to say, you can't shoot the shit towards the Republicans without shooting shit towards the Democrats. So, like, Biden is fucked up.
Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, all these fucking creeps, man.
Let's discuss anal sex if you want to talk about Mitch McConnell, then.
What do you mean?
And Lindsey Graham.
They're probably 69 each other in some sort of like leather dungeon.
Hey, we don't have any leather dungeons.
While rubbing cash across each other's chest. What's the story with the Dalai Lama stuff? As Paj Mihaj, what was that? That was a creepy fucking thing there, man.
Also, hit the Maloney's Digest PayPal, please. Like,
we need booze money.
Yeah, hit here, send it. Forget about it.
Sensual style, says Sean. Stateside, I'm on top need, hey. Should send stateside to go and sit on Mitch McConnell's chest. Oh my God, my waddle.
He might shit on Mitch McConnell's chest, and Mitch McConnell might like it if stateside did that, yeah?
Of course he does, man. Of course he does. Thanks very much for the link there, Sean.
Yeah, thank you. That's 29. Dr. David there is Ken Lex.
No, Sean.
Oh, Shawneen, how you know?
My man Sean. Mikey J. What's the Lexus pod? From the Hardy. But if you go into
Maloney's Digest on YouTube, you can find there's only one left with Lexus out here in Stockholm, right? There was 2 versions of it, and only
it's just one.
Yeah, there's one left, but was it originally not? There was 2, and you said you lost the second video with stateside walking over here.
There was, I think that I don't know. There's 2 of them. There's 2 stateside ones, but the one with Lexus is a audio podcast.
So you can look at that.
He'd pay stateside for that, says Boom 43.
Yeah, we paid him a ticket to come over and experience Stockholm.
Stateside come over here, man, and he'd be like, I'm on top need of some sweltering pints. The refreshment. Oh, come here. I'm on top need. What's he in?
He's in top need.
Top need, man. Top need. Stateside with the drone. Man, Kevin Moore, and there in the chat. Yeah, see, the thing is, I can't highlight chats on the YouTube interface. That's why the StreamYard one was a bit better. Edward O'Neill, good night, Martin. Good night, God bless Edward O'Neill. Oh, Ed O'Neill, my man, Ed O'Neill. How are you doing, Papa?
Hey, Ed, even I think I met Ed O'Neill one time.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, good night, Ed. Sleep
Southern
well.
California. Glad Ed.
Now I'm loud. I was playing video games, but that wasn't mine.
This man was ranting and raving playing Call of Duty, screaming, man, headphones in. Neighbours are thinking that there's someone being assaulted next door.
They wouldn't.
Did you hear about the two nuts that walked into a bar?
Were they mixed?
No, one was assaulted.
Well, I just,
Good clean joke.
Sorry, it's America. I thought they were mixed.
Oh, it's a melting pot. Baj Mahaj, have you some lovely soap out there if you're looking? Oh, soap me up and let me off.
You want me to soap you? You want me to soap them up right now? I'll go get
lather
it.
up me back here.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's see what we got here.
How much would you guys pay to watch Martin Maloney get lathered up in soap?
There's not enough you'd fucking pay me, hey. Missy says, a thing that serves to illustrate that a system or situation is bad and deserves to be condemned. What's this?
That's Millie. Or Missy.
What's this? Is this an indictment? Are we back to that? Or?
A thing that serves to illustrate that a system or situation is bad and deserves... Yeah, that's basically what an indictment is.
Well, it's the entire fucking
entire
American
country,
and English
yeah.
and Irish and all the governments.
Okay, so...
All of them, man. They don't represent us.
One more time.
We're being fleeced. We're absolutely being fleeced. Like, just generation after generation, it's getting worse and worse.
Rising, and the salaries are not rising with it. So would you not call that being fleeced?
I tell you, being
if
fleeced,
I worked the same here,
I paid $10 for a pint bottle of fucking cider in the old town here in Stockholm today.
And
€10.
I wasn't even with them that day.
Disgusting, man. Fucking disgusting.
Don't even get it going. That's why we need you all to hit the Maloney's Digest PayPal account, please, because we're spending.
Think of that PayPal pie.
Yeah, because we're all spending $10.
Did you enjoy American Pie 2 with Stifler's mom and all that? So
I've enjoyed Stifler's mom a couple times. What do you know about it?
Who's your favorite character in American Pie 2?
Probably you gotta go with Stifler though, because like he's typecast and it ruined his career after. He was so good at acting like a stupid jock.
Sean Astin Scott.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Since then though, he has been if you've not seen Welcome to Flatch, it's on Fox.
What's Welcome to Flatch?
Well, it's Sean William Scott's new show.
Oh, really?
He plays a preacher who fell in love with the local girl, and the local girl broke his heart, and he came back. But he was in
Fell in Love, the girl, the rock show.
Well, yeah. But he was like a Boys to Men type thing.
Sean William Scott. Who the hell's Sean Astin Scott?
Sean William Scott. Sorry.
Or maybe I'm thinking about Sean Astin Scott, wasn't he Mr. Frodo? Share the load.
I don't know. Between the two of us, it looks like one of us was born in
Yugoslavia.
J.R.R. Tolkien's world, and one of us was born in America. So that's what I got to say.
Okay, we'll say here. Missy says, in a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to deliver some wings.
Hey, Missy.
Wings, chicken wings, you mean? Patrick, how you doing, brother man? Great to see you back, brother, and great to meet you down in this Corthy class show. Thanks very much for coming down. I really enjoyed playing.
When's the next show?
I know there's a couple at the end of the month, but I gotta get in touch with Stephen the Cowboy Kelly. He's a very hard man to reach.
Oh my God, let's not even.
CM Fox, my man, how you doing, Papa? I haven't got back to those WhatsApp messages yet. I meant to look at them the other day. I haven't been on WhatsApp. Just all my time, right, has been sucked into the Twitter hole, and I'm glad that I've been suspended on it.
What I've been saying for 2
you don't need to tell. Don't fucking.
No, they need to hear it.
Dirty laundry, man.
They need to hear it.
Yeah, it's sapping my creativity. It's taking all my spare time.
I've been telling them to stay off the Twitter.
Something very weirdly addictive about
being
pissed off and annoyed.
What was the guy that asked you? Hey, I promise you, whoever it was that WhatsApp messaged him, I've been telling for days, stay off Twitter. There's no good that can come when you're on Twitter because it's just
about Tucker Carlson. He got fucking millions of views.
You're not Tucker Carlson.
Damn right I'm not.
And he's annoying, and you're not. So forget about it. Answer this man's message.
Missy said Chris is bossy in Sweden.
Yeah, I'm fucking bossy in
He's
America
been on
too.
the fucking piss all day. All day.
Oh yeah, he stuck me alone with his son, so it was my bad. I babysat, and it was a good time.
Don't be telling them that. They think I'm an irresponsible parent.
He's actually really, hey, like I'm not busting balls or whatever. He's really a good dad. Like
Fucking solid dad, man.
like
Solid.
yeah, he is. My father left my mother, but Maloney's a good dad. That's all.
Solid, man. Solid as a rock.
Like I'm telling you, Ellis and I, we were playing the game Bully. Does anyone know the game Bully from 2006?
Like the way, yeah, it was a controversial game back in the day by Rockstar Games. Chris is looking to get adopted. Chris from Boston, they're bred that way.
Jesus. All right, so hey, I'll deal with 400 bits. How many people? If you hit the like button, you can insult me right now. Go.
Kyle H. In the Elvery's ad, were you wearing the tip jersey and Mick is wearing the Mayo jersey? French toast looks like fair rotten with drink. Well, he was acting. Yeah, he was acting. I like the way he was just like this. You're good with the small ball. We're good with the big ball. Speaking of the Gaelic football,
he's good with the good ball. Look at this, Stefan Gilmore jersey.
Egg-shaped balls. It's like a brown egg. Whereas the rugby.
Oh, what was the score? Did Man City win today?
Yeah, they did 1-0.
Is Oasis getting back together then?
No, I read online that
you told me if Manchester City won.
I never told you. Someone else had told me that. I thought it was you told. There's a lot of chat we have, and then it's forgotten about in the ether. But then I did look up this Oasis reunion chat, and apparently Noel Gallagher had said,
no, not Liam or how many Gallagher brothers are? As an American, I don't even know what fucking Oasis is.
Paul, Noel, and Liam, and the reunion. Apparently, Noel had said on Seattle radio to ring him, get in touch, because then put his money where his mouth is, and he won't do that because he knows what will happen if they're in the same room together. Saying that though,
yeah,
it'd be nice to see them get back together. Guns N' Roses did it, and they're going strong. And I missed them last.
Well, how much money do these people need? Like, would you admit? Like, how many records have Oasis sold? Hundreds of millions, and they get 25 cents off of each record. Yeah, let's just say in this day and age.
A lot of that money was already made, and record labels, tax.
Look at how good this guy looks, though, and I'm here in the darkness. So, hey, hit that like and subscribe button, please, and a couple quid, Maloney's Digest.
Jungler Master said, Chris, you look like every underdog American high school movie underdog that wins the popular girl in the end. That's my insult.
You've seen the picture, yeah. Thank you. That's actually the nicest thing that I've ever heard. Yes, I do. My ex-girlfriend.
I'm culturing him over here in Europe. He's been. Am I helping you out with the?
Well, we discussed the grammar here in.
We're on the train yesterday. And we got on a packed train. Like literally, we had to like force ourselves like in before the doors closed.
We were in India.
And he's just like full volume goes, "Hey, am I in India?" And I was just like, "Oh Christ."
He's embarrassed by my outgoingness, but
saying that though, it's funny because like we ended up at this mad launch party for some jewelry.
Oh my god, yeah.
And at the end of it, he just like
I took over the party.
It was
well, funny. There was a girl from Colombia, and she's like a famous Spanish singer. But I got the crowd hyped up for her.
You did, to be fair.
It will be on Maloney's Instagram, or
we will put this up at some stage.
Guys, I'm not good at much, but I'm good at hyping people up.
Chris is like the main character from every John Cusack movie in the 80s. And his hairstyle now is like...
Well, no, because we were supposed to get haircuts here in Sweden together because I wanted a Turkish haircut, and my hair is garbage. So, Maloney, how long ago did you get your haircut?
Today.
About 7 hours ago.
You can time your watch to that, hey. Time your watch to that, hey. CM Fox, Scott Carson has now won 2 Champion Leagues tonight and 2005 with Liverpool. That's 2 more than Bergkamp, Zlatan, or Totti. Fair play to Scott Carson. Hey, he's done well. Yeah, go on, can me up, brother. How many this man goes through cans like that? I tell you, you're gonna feel the pinch tomorrow, man. The pinch is there. It's waiting for you. Pass me
and Ellis would be playing video games.
Pass me one of those ciders there, please.
Yeah, these ones, the ugly ones.
And remember, you're in Sweden, so the off license is closed tomorrow.
How much money did I spend today, Martin?
A good 50 quid.
Multiply that by 3. You spent 60 at the symbolic, and then you spent 60 on dinner.
See what he's doing is he's breaking the fourth wall here. He's giving personal information out to
You're gonna air my dirty laundry on Instagram Live. Like, don't like
Instagram Live.
Or excuse me, on
right.
we're live.
The Dude 2112. I got a ticket to see David Icke in Belfast. Should be fun. When's that? That sounds like great crack. Kevin Moran says, anyone see the episode where Stateside is wearing a Chinese clothes? Cheers, buddy. That's how he normally dresses.
Hit the PayPal though.
He's a hype man, like Flavor Flav. Chris,
I am.
Is it garbage or garbage?
Oh, it's garbage.
Okay, spoken like a filmmaker, says Missy. Mike Higgins, looking fresh, Martin. Thanks very much, Mikey and Hey.
It's a fresh haircut.
He's going to have the Sunday morning horrors, a few gargles.
Well, it's almost like I had to go to work on Monday then, right?
Richie Neville from Babylon 5.
I don't work.
Pez is going to have the fear tomorrow. He blew the budget on crypto, said Boom.
Yes, this guy knows. Hey, thank you so much.
Days, says Missy.
Thank you so much for watching Blazing Budgets, actually.
You spend much time on TikTok, Chris?
No. I don't like the Chinese government.
Shit, man. Weird shit on there.
Well, just give me your bank account information. If you download TikTok, just give it to me.
It's fucking not an awful lot for them to take anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Well, not for you, but us combined, and then Messi and that dude. Forget about it. If you download TikTok, it's gone.
Shady Ganley, Richie Neville. I was in the back with the mask. I was in the back with the mask on. Rory G. Did anyone
also, guys, if you want me to get off the live stream, please just say, Chris, get the fuck out of here. And if you want him.
Still haven't been on TikTok yet. Don't bother. It's weird, man. You've got to go you've got to see some of the weird shit that happens on it. It's just really fucking you've got there's young girls and teenagers and they're all in someone's bedroom at 11 o'clock. This is not
what I want to watch.
No, but you flick through it and then it's then you got some guys go, hello, very good, very nice, yes. And there's about 5 or 10 people watching some. Then there's about 15, 20. It's just fucking weird, man. It's a really weird.
So you're asking me to download this app now to watch weird shit? I don't get it.
I said, have you ever been on it? I didn't tell you to download it explicitly. I said, have you seen it? Have you seen what happens? It's fucking weird. That's what I was saying. Okay. You're not missing anything not being on it. It's a very weird platform. And I think it's some sort of weird.
Speaking of weird platforms, I've been telling this guy stay off Twitter for days. All it does is fuck with your head.
See, the thing is, Chris, right? For a man who's got an ADHD brain that is hooked on non-stop information, literally, it's I follow so many people that it just never ends, just never-ending information. So it kind of
you know what's never
ending?
The
annoying thing about YouTube, you can stick it on, you can do a bit of fucking washing up or
But what's never ending? Laundry in this house. How much laundry we do today?
Fucking a lot of laundry was done,
but not enough.
How do you mean?
If I go upstairs right now,
there's another bag of laundry.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hear. It's fucking. It never.
And I've been telling him all day. I do this, that, the other thing over here. Martin has been, and he one time challenged me. He was like, Chris, whatever the fuck you want, just come over here. Just come over here on a live stream here, just like this. I fucking showed up.
And here he is.
And he wished that I never did, but give me
existential laundry crisis, says Boom Boom 43.
Jesus, you don't even know. It's never ending. I mean, he's got.
I feel sorry for my mother, man, because when I was a teenager, it would just be I've put my laundry into the basket. That's my work done, and then it would just magically appear.
The fucked up thing is, my cleaning lady. Did my cleaning lady not call today? He was like, "Oh,
you got a cleaning lady, man."
Well, yeah. Well, I live with a 95-year-old woman, my grandmother.
I'd like to.
Yeah, I need a little help cleaning the house because I live with a 95-year-old woman. My grandmother, you can, whatever, forget about it. Should I live with a 95-year-old woman? That's debatable.
No, it's good. You're looking after her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
The tight is 2 coats of paint.
Damn. But all right, let's go. Twitter is very cathartic. I disagree. Chris is one.
I was disgusted yesterday when I saw all these fucking NAFO trolls that had made memes about that Russian lad who was eaten by a shark. Paul Massaro.
You know, they tracked down that shark and killed him.
Yeah. Like they did the one in Jaws.
But like if a shark has a tracker on it, how hard is it? You know, it's not like, do you know that Iran tested a hypersonic missile today that they said no one could shoot down?
Really?
Do you believe that?
Well, how did they know no one could shoot it down?
How did they know?
Well, all I can say is shame on anybody who continues to fucking cheer on this war like it's some sort of football match. I mean, yesterday, the amount of soldiers, both Ukrainian and Russian, I seen killed. It's just fucking depressing, man.
Yeah,
really
but
depressing.
What? Like, this is exactly what I've been telling them. Stop watching this.
Yeah, but at the
shit.
same
It's
time,
depressing.
it's depressing. But you gotta know.
But it's happening. Stop watching it happen.
Okay, I'll stop watching it.
Do you guys watch suicide drones in Ukraine? Like, what did Missy say there? You're a good filmmaker. Oh yeah, all right. Thanks, Missy.
Thanks very much for the haircut remark there, Roisin. It was a good job. It was an impulse haircut job. Have you seen the lad being eaten by a tiger shark? It was again another thing on Twitter. It's fucked, man.
Stay off Twitter. Is this all like everyone commenting here? Is this what we do? We just write here in the chat. Did you see this on Twitter? Or do we comment
It's on YouTube as well. I can show you right now if you want to see.
I don't want to see all this depressing shit.
Right, go for a little lie down. Go for a little lie down, and we'll continue the stream because you'll only be depressed by it. You'll only be depressed by this chat.
Good night. Stop killing people. Stop killing people. Okay. Good night.
No Autograph says Pez is YouTube is all right compared to Twitter and TikTok. Yes, it is.
That's exactly what I said.
You
sent me to bed. Come on, man.
You're like Kenny Powers. Kenny's cutting in. You know that bit where he's like, Kenny, come on, a touch.
I'll sit here quietly.
Let me see. Only drone I watch is the one stateside flies with the joint, says Kevin Moran. Let me see.
Oh, is that the one if Americans could stop, if we could control this and the Americans would stop killing shepherds?
Mm-hmm. I was going to say the dude 21. Did you see the Belfast cab driver with the fake gun threatening to kneecap a lad? What the fuck was that? Did you see him giving the slap with some UVF guy? I don't know what that was about, but I was like, I tell you, you fucking take your kneecaps off. The Ulster Volunteer Force. They're like a paramilitary organization that are loyal, pro-British side. Bad bastards. LG, I said it before, Martin. You mentioned that book in Deadly Combat. Anyone who continues to enable this war needs to read it. There's nothing honorable about being thrown into the meat grinder. That is...
Who said that?
LGX.
Hey, hold on. I know he just sent me to bed, but LGX, yes. As a person who's been to war, yes. Yes, yes, and yes.
Look how he fucking turned out.
Like, dude, I'm a fucking psychopath, but I'm dumb. That's why, like, they chewed me up. They spit me out. And I ended up at
60,000 homeless vets in the States now. 60,000.
599,000 and less.
Probably the other fucking 10,000 killed themselves.
Hey, one less homeless vet because I'm staying at his house, if that's what you mean.
No, but no, what I mean is like just the way they come, so many of them come back so emotionally broken, and then like no one wants. I mean, it's difficult to get work and employment, and they're just. It's like Hurt Locker at the end of it, I guess, where they just want to go back out because it's kind of like when you've been in prison, maybe. Like
the most moving, as a person who's been to Iraq and Afghanistan, like you said, Hurt Locker. The most moving part of the entire movie was when he goes back and he's standing in the cereal aisle and he has all these options.
Because you wouldn't get that at the cafeteria.
Bingo. Well, you would, but
you
only KVI. Only KVI. You got but whatever. But it's just all the options, and then it's like, dude, fuck. I don't. If you've been to war, it's really difficult, and it's a switch. You have to turn it on.
A Rambo job.
No. Yes.
Yeah, when he's drifting in the
Yeah,
First Blood.
yes. Also, I don't know who said that, but yeah, it's really,
Blood
it's
43.
not. They train us to be a fucking monster.
Yeah.
I one time rated a like fuck.
No. That you don't need to be going into details.
I don't want to go
about-
into detail. Okay, long story short, how's Salman Park? You look this place up. Salman Park, Iraq. It's where Saddam had his vacation home. So a lot of Ba'ath Party members there. I don't lie about my service at all.
But Colin Powell lied about weapons of mass destruction, anthrax, and him being responsible for 9/11. But really, it was because he wanted to sell oil in euros, and the UN warned him, and they were like, "Don't do it. You're going to get into trouble." Next thing, it's fucking Operation Desert Storm. What was it Operation Iraqi Freedom under lesser Bush?
See
And next
how
thing
he
led to war,
he
man.
confused a lot of things. I love this guy, but he has a lot of confused things. Hey,
You got, you got to eat. Okay, if you go back to
are you going to tell me there was no weapons of mass destruction?
no, in Iraq there was none.
What if I actually put a couple of them in my hand?
Yeah, but like
They don't. If I literally found a hole that had what you it was like
what was it then?
what classifies a weapon of mass destruction? This is your microphone here.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could put an explosive in here that would eliminate your entire block here, is that a weapon of mass destruction?
Well, what you mean, like things that they dropped from F-16?
No.
I'm just saying that it's basically if, and this is what I'm saying regarding the foreign policy that led to that war was basically
false.
Yeah, it was false, and therefore whatever happens
I should not have been in Iraq.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Right, and a lot of your buddies, a lot of young lads had their lives cut short, as did people over there too, civilians and soldiers.
Well, why were we there? We were there because there's IEDs, and there was IEDs because we were there.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew that in 2005.
Exactly, yeah. And I remember meeting a guy in 2006 who'd come back from.
But that's not what you asked.
No, but what I'm saying is this, right? The Constitution that was written clearly defined to have a well-regulated militia. To
so that's what every state's National Guard is.
Yeah, against enemies, foreign and domestic, right? It didn't say anything about being an expansionist empire. I'm not shitting on America. You know how much
I'm actually going to shit on America. It's not your responsibility.
But the thing is, it's not America. It's not the American people. It's the shitbags, the lobbyists, and the warmongers, and the fucking people like Newland and McCain and Cheney.
I agree.
And Rumsfeld and who's that other cocksucker? Lindsey Graham. People like that.
Lindsey Graham actually has sucked cock, so never mind.
Yeah, he's codded and rammed. But these people, they are enemies domestic, and then they create enemies foreign. Like if the states had have just stuck to its own borders, but it's run by fucking rampant like.
Hey, hit like and subscribe, please.
Sean says here. Fuck, all right. It goes, Chris Perez, mon, says Graham Russell. Technically, a fart from stateside is a bioweapon. Good one. Roshi Mac says, the Belfast cab driver is nuts. Flagtastic where I am right now.
I can finally see how and when he actually reads it. So, hey, also, put the PayPal, please. Just send it.
If you feel free, you can leave a tip for myself on PayPal. Thank you. What to say here? Where I'm right now, depressing as fuck. The paramilitaries still run the show here. Went back down to Fermanagh this week.
In Northern Ireland?
0 flags. The east of Northern Ireland sucks. Oh, let's burn away, hey. You don't know who you're fucking talking to. Haj Mahaj, it's the American sniper. When he come home, he didn't know what to do with himself. Is that the one?
Chris Kyle. That's why it's actually, you're wrong, because he tried helping out a veteran like myself who has, like, one more time. I don't know how to explain this. They send us away to these foreign countries, 3,000 miles away, and they expect us to act like fucking animals. And then you fly home. They give you 6 days of reintegration training, which is garbage. And then Forget about it, dude.
Well, they trained like World War I, World War II.
They did not give them the reintegration training, though.
Yeah,
I'll give us that.
But not only that, apparently, a lot of the bullets that were fired during those wars were missed shots, because even though they were in war, a lot of people were basically, I don't want to fucking kill someone. They can see people in their sights and they're like, I don't want to take the shot.
Sound like Bubbles. I don't want to shoot anybody in the face.
Yeah, but apparently, so they
That's not how it works, though. Here's my thing. Here, you have a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Here, this is my right hand. Where's yours? This is my right hand. In your right hand, you have a gun.
Yeah.
Would you rather die, or do you want me to die?
No, I hear what you're saying, but like, apparently, the rate of shots fired, people were like,
that's Vietnam, though. So that's why they stopped.
But it was can I just say for a second?
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, I can't remember where I heard this, but apparently they turned soldiers into killing machines, where basically it was like the methods of the psychological preparation, and this is what I think breaks people when they come back, because they turn them into killing me. It's like when they were going to Iraq, it's like, you got to get these fucking towel heads, you got to, or in Vietnam, it was like, you got to kill the gook. You know what I mean? It was like
it's us versus them.
Yeah, but it was the dehumanization of the enemy that is basically what gives that us versus them, and this, it's you and your squad, and your squad is your family, is your life, and it's the guy beside you.
It's no different though, because right now it's Alice, Biddy, Martin.
Kids' names, man, on fucking public forums. You know what I mean? So I know, like most people sound, but it's like, you're bringing more attention to it right now. No, I know, but it's just like, I like to keep my private life like separately from my, opinions.
So it's I messed up. Sorry, guys. Hey, sorry.
Okay, wait. What were we gonna say?
It's not you versus me. It's us versus them, and it's the same thing that American police look at it now, and that's the problem.
Well,
like
the
you
police
said,
forces
it's a psychological warfare.
But a lot of police are ex-military, they know. And look, this isn't
25%. So 75% of them are not.
But this isn't me shitting on servicemen and women. Do you know what I mean?
This is me shitting on them.
Yeah, I mean, it's what happens to them. It's basically the propaganda. For me, growing up, I was wanted to be in the military because I'd seen it in films. It looked exciting. And then how was it? Like the reality of like what you thought it was going to be versus how it was.
Oh my god, it's boring. 25%.
You've been told what to do all the time.
75%. You just sit there and you wait. Because if someone walks through that zone, and oh my god, you're looking and you fucking home. But that's what happened. You set up an LPOP. Get about it.
Yeah.
Should never have gone to Iraq. Glad we went to Afghanistan.
But I think look, these things are debatable. But at the end of the day, like, how many trillions it cost? See, a lot of people think Afghanistan, obviously,
yeah, but
resources.
What happened today? 2.5 billion on the way to
Ukraine.
Yeah,
and people are fucking starving.
But though,
you know what I mean? People are
fucking starving.
People are on the streets, and these fuckers, Biden and all these neocon slags. Where they were the ones.
Who are the other neocon slags?
Fucking Wolfowitz, Horowitz, Bill Kristol, Tory Newland, Blinken, Hillary Clinton.
Who the fuck are they?
I know.
I don't know who they are.
What they are is they're fucking. They're war pigs. That's the nicest thing I can say about.
But is that not what FDR said during the military-industrial complex? So we've been hearing about this since 1949, and nothing has changed 80 years later.
Yeah, because the media, they control the media as well. So
who
the same fucking people, the same think tanks, Project for a New American Century, Trilateral Commission, Raytheon, Boeing, Lockheed Martin.
Where do we find them?
But no one knows. But like you have to go looking for them, and you have to do your own research. It's not like in the old days when a king would take over.
Are you guys doing your research? Is there anyone in the comments? Can anyone tell me who runs the Fed and who these neocons are? Because I feel like raped now.
Basically, the news stories, propaganda.
Mhm.
The bad man over there in the cave, you've got to go and get him. The man in over there, you got to get him. I know we've discussed this before and you think it's crazy. The whole 9/11 thing, from if you fucking look at it and you are prepared to ask some hard questions, let's just say to make this politically correct, there are a lot of anomalies, such as one of the hijackers on the plane, they just so happened to find his passport in the rubble where basically these buildings came down, and this sounds like conspiracy stuff, yeah, but basically if you look up like you gotta, I'm not gonna go into it, but the thing is, a lot of people ended up going over and a lot of people end up dying, and Iran and Iraq, basically Rumsfeld and the boys, here's Saddam, here's a load of weapons, you take this to fight Iran. Then when the Iran threat was eliminated, and then they were buying oil from Saddam, so then they start buying cheaper oil from Kuwait, and then Saddam
What
went
are
into
your thoughts now
border-
on this new universal government that will be everybody except America?
universal government.
Yeah, you've got the Saudis.
Oh, you mean BRICS?
Say again?
Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa.
Yeah, to
BRICS is basically the rules-based system. The world order that currently stands is SWIFT. The US has been calling
do
the
those
shots.
countries have more control of gold than America does? Is my question to you. Because it's not gold the great. I love gold. You know what I mean? Like,
Gold is worth gold. It's one of the most, it's platinum
because
gold.
it's shiny. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of applications for it in terms of its conductivity and whatnot. It's a very sought after.
Do you guys
thing.
see how smart he is?
I'm fucking smart enough. But the thing is, with you going for another beer, are you?
No, for you.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Cheers.
I was just
Like that. So gold has a lot of applications. It's used in conduction and whatnot. There's a whole myriad of things. It's not only does it look good, it's pretty. It's very malleable, it's soft, whatnot. But the thing is, the gold is basically the dollar. When the dollar was minted in the beginning,
it's garbage now.
yeah, but I think the dollar for like 100. If anyone in the chat knows any different or knows more about this, the dollar was pinned to gold.
Right, but then
They said if anyone even debased a dollar, it was punishable by
who,
death.
Who? This
But
was.
then the
We're
banks
talking
came
now.
in.
It's
Richard
50
Nixon
years ago. Yeah,
Richard Nixon took it off the. See, after World War II, pre-World War II, England was the top maritime power. Basically,
No, it wasn't England. It was the City of London.
City of London, square mile. Yeah, that what they call the shots.
So sometimes Chris knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
My fan.
So, as a maritime power, England was pre-World War II, before America stepped up its production of weaponry. Basically, they had the global reserve currency. Then after Bretton Woods, they changed that to the American dollar, and then it was gold. It was gold backed. So basically, every note. But then you have the whole thing of Jekyll Island. I know they sit there because then they can see you. But the formation of the Federal Reserve happened when everyone was on holiday. At Christmas, they started.
It sounds like every vote in America,
But the people, and if you had gold or gold bonds, they took that off you, and if you were punished for having that, or jailed or fined. Mm-hmm. So basically, the same fucking scumbags are running the place. And look, man, I can talk about this all I can, and most of you understand the crack as well. But to answer your question about BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, Saudi Arabia, or South Africa, and now Saudi Arabia joining.
Hey, wait! Can we all agree that we think America is on the downfall? Then, like America's over. What we know about it? Lend-Lease. It's over. Americans don't like to work.
Okay, I'll type this up, and someone else will be like, fact checkers. Oh yeah, skeptoid. Apparently, Like, I won't go into that. But yeah, they're trying to destroy America. This is the World Economic Forum prediction that America.
Who is trying to destroy America? Who is it that's trying to destroy America?
Oh Christ! Baddies. Just call them. Just some bad dudes, man. Bad dudes.
I love how you're like, I'm done with them.
Graham Russell says, universal government, valuable engineering in the construction sector. America as an empire ascending, yes, that's done and over.
Oh,
Descending. What about John Joe McGonigal says, what about Musk and his Neuralink Skynet job? Why the fuck would anyone want that? You know, and I've said this probably multiple times before. It'll be like anything else. It'll be the convenience of it. It'll be like, if you get this chip in your brain, you can download the Slash from Guns N' Roses package, or you can, the Kelly Slater surfing package where you become a pro, or a Tony Hawk skateboard package. It'll all be, you can download these Neuralink process, which will, I guess, somehow hijack your brain to connect the gray matter to the muscle memory of your body.
Could you be so stupid to? Why are you?
Sorry,
yeah, everything you're saying, I'm going to rebuttal.
You're going to rebuttal that?
I don't even know what it is you said, but I'm going to rebuttal. Yeah, so all these governments in the world, and I've worked for the United States government. If you think it's a conspiracy against the world, I got news for you. The United States government's garbage. They can't even control a secret, right? Don't we have Snowden?
Well, look at Assange. The man was revealing state crimes. He's not even an American citizen, and he's lost his. I think what's happened to him is it's disgusting. And that man basically revealed multiple crimes from around the world and whatnot.
So is the United States, the NSA, tracking all of this? I'm asking.
Yeah, they probably are. Who gives a fuck, man? Because
you give a fuck.
I don't. Well, at this stage, like I
don't give a fuck. I'm just going to go to bed here. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, but you care more about this than the average person does.
Yeah,
do you
I do.
Not?
Yeah, I'm interested in it.
But why?
Because everyone, it's. See, this is the thing. If we had a proper media that basically let people know what the fuck is going on here.
What is going on? Do you know what's going on better than I know what's going on?
Chat, do I know what's going on better than Chris? Just one for me, one for Chris, just out of interest.
No, one for him, three for me. Just
okay, one for me.
Hit 1 or 3, please.
Just to be interested to see the, just so we can continue on with this thread. Okay, we got 1, 1,
so
2.
Everyone
went for the.
Well, that's not even what I asked for.
3. He said 2 and 3. 69.
Hey, 69,
taking it
baby.
to the 4D chess level.
No, I just, how do you know what you know is better than what I know?
It's fairly balanced. So we got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, like, it's just, I think you win, but why is Martin right and we are wrong?
Anyone in a Pats jersey knows a thing or two.
I gave him this jersey. He wouldn't even be wearing it.
So yeah, look. It's in everyone's best interest to know what the fuck is going on in order to make a positive change in the world. It's like if you don't know what the hell's like, if you're in the woods and you're fucking, oh shit, I'm in the woods, I know where I'm going. What do you try and do? You've got to orientate.
I didn't know what I was doing, but what I tried to do was improve the life of the people that I actually interacted with. And I feel that you don't understand that.
Yeah, but that's on a personal...
Exactly, yeah. But isn't that all that matters on a personal level, me and you? Is it on a personal level?
Personal level, but the whole world around us
I am, Martin Maloney. I'm a film school graduate. Yeah. On a personal level.
Personal level, yes. Be the change you want to see in the world. Personal level. You can make a lot on a personal level. But what I'm saying is, everyone you interact with on a personal level, if the world around us is disintegrating because we're being fucking attacked with 5th generational fucking psychological warfare. And you just take a look around. generation, everything is going to shit, man. Literally everything is fucking falling apart.
This is not what we. Is this not the conversation we had? Did our parents leave the world better?
Well, it depends
then
on the
we will.
individuals. Our parents were equally as being fucked over as we were. Like, you're only talking one or maybe two generations.
Literally, I'm talking about not the baby boomers. I'm talking about the Gen Xers.
Well, our parents wouldn't be Gen Xers. They would have been baby boomers.
Sorry, no, they weren't born. Oh,
Yeah, Gen Xers would be like my elder sister's age. Like, then we're millennials. I'm kind of just on the bridge of Gen X.
Hey, I'm dumb. I don't understand how to differentiate.
But they would have been the baby boomers, and they get the blame because it's like, oh, the baby boomers pissed away our future. They didn't. I mean, like,
but we were promised a better future than we we now were alive.
Okay, but the thing is, everyone's having the middle class are being fucking eroded. Like, everything they
since when? The 50s is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but also it ramped up. Okay,
I love how you said and then you but
okay, but look, States 50s until maybe like the early 2000s, and then 9/11 happened. Then the endless war happened, but still, you got NATO.
What's the endless war? Because as far as I know,
okay, how much money was spent on war?
Wait. What was the endless war? That's one I want to know.
Okay, let's just here's an example. Let's just look up.
Ask
the cost of Afghanistan war. Okay, 20 years, and this is just fiscally, not lives lost or so U.S. budget. Okay, so you look at this. Okay, how much was it? How much money did the US?
What's the number?
2.313 trillion.
Okay, and then what happened today? We spent another 2.5 just going over there. So forget about it. Is it your boy Lindsey Graham says is the best money we ever spent?
Okay, where's that money come from?
My paycheck?
Yeah. So what happens if everyone's paying this out of their paycheck instead of going to schools, instead of going to healthcare, instead of going to education, instead of going to infrastructure?
But there's $300 million like us, so that's only 33 cents. I just dropped 33 cents on the ground.
33 cents. It's what's going on. It's basically like Ireland after the recession. Everyone got up in arms because the government wanted to take €100 for the water meters, right?
Hey, does anyone actually enjoy this argument between me and him here? If not, I will leave and you can enjoy your Martin Maloney live stream, please. I like to bring a different perspective to Maloney's thing.
Martin, you have better patience than me. All right. Yeah, look, it is good banter. I mean, at the end of the day, look, I basically come from, I'm a fucking comedian by trade. I'm a musician and a comedian.
And he's fucking good at it. I asked him to bring me bananas today, and he hid it in the bag, and he faked me out. He's a good actor.
But basically, I'm a comedian. I'm supposed to make people laugh. I mean, you got people who are basically paid to make people laugh are the only ones going.
But I got paid for 8 years to make people die. Literally, the United States government taught me how to.
But Chris, if I was in your position at that age, I would have done the same thing because I would have been watching all the fucking glossy films, I would have been falling for it, playing computer games. I would have been like, yeah, this is the right thing to do. I would have. No question about it.
What was it then? What changed for you that did not change for me?
Pass me that vape over there, please, brother man.
I just don't get it because I actually did what you say you were going to do. I was there and you weren't.
MGA, please present evidence. Which I don't even know what part of the discussion we're at, mate. To be honest with you.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
Irish Newfoundland Lambert says, "What's your perspective, Chris? Everything is great in the US and the West."
No, hell no. Nothing is good. But listen, go to Afghanistan and then come to America and you decide what's better. That's all I have to say. Like, for real. America sucks, but it's better than everywhere you've ever been in the world.
I promise you, by the end of this trip, we're going to have a lot of discussions and I'm going to show you things. I mean, like, I don't know why, Chris. I don't know why. 10 years ago, I was, I had money, I had time, and during the days,
I have money. I have time. That's why I'm staying at your house.
but what I did is it started with, you know what, and I'll be honest with you, the first Ukraine war, the maiden, when it all started,
Yeah.
I was watching RT News, I was reading The Guardian, BBC, watching mainstream media.
But I was there. That's
in
the
Ukraine.
thing. No, not.
Okay.
But like in Afghanistan and Iraq, I was there.
And I'll tell you where it all began with me, right? I'll tell you exactly where it all began.
Let's hear it.
So, I'm living in Mayo. I got into that fucking bullshit fight at the big tree.
Sit up straight.
It's my stream, man. I fucking sit anywhere I want. Do you know what I mean? It's fine. Look, I'll just do this. It's cool.
Right.
So, basically, depressed about this fucking bullshit court case, which it was bullshit. I was acquitted and I was defending myself.
And we're paying for the visa. He's going to be in America in October, right? Are you not? Live shows in October. Come see him.
Yeah, I've got to talk to the Chief Kelly. But
long story short, anyways.
Right. So I was sitting there. I was fucking depressed because it was all over the news and all that. Then I'm watching the fucking Ukraine invasion or the Maidan coup, and I'm like, and it's like Russia is sending in. I'm like, that Putin's a bad bastard. Fucking bad bastard.
Who's worse, Putin or Bush?
Bush. Way worse.
Agreed.
Worse. But they were all fucking buddies back in the day. And then, like they did with Gaddafi, like they did with Saddam Hussein, like they did with everyone.
Hey, on this stream right now, we're arguing, but let's not be the Bush and the Gaddafi. Me and you will be friends 30 years from now.
Yeah, man. Like I'm just. But you keep interrupting as I'm like trying to make a point, and then I keep losing my thread. But, so basically, I was watching RT News, and then I'm online, I'm reading Guardian articles, and I was like, yeah, fucking come join the EU. I was very pro EU back in the day. Mm-hmm. But what I see that the EU is turning into is, if you watch The Phantom Menace, this is for, let's say, to make it easy, when Palpatine comes in, he's all, oh, great, this is great. And then they basically turn this democratic, fucking dimensional or whatever, massive Congress into a war machine, into an empire, basically. And that's what EU is doing with the bad bastards who are pulling the strings, the deep state in the US. So I was watching all this and I was like, bastards. But then the more you look into it, why is the war? There's General Barnett, there's a book about that, basically saying how in the interests of big energy and the shareholders in the US, it would be more beneficial to drive a wedge between Europe and Russia. And Victoria Nuland was quoted saying, fuck the EU, right? Nord Stream. Because why, Chris? Cheap, endless gas from Russia and the economical powerhouse and manufacturing sector of Europe, if those two blocks came together as one, that's full spectrum dominance, which means the military might of Russia combined with the economical
military might in Russia.
They're like, basically, it's the same as like Liverpool, Man U, and City. Like, it's basically, they're a top tier military power. I mean, they might do things.
But I think that we have, at this point, I think we know Russia is not that good at what they do with military equipment, anything.
Okay, Tyler here, Outlaw Barber says, we have a moral obligation as a humanist to talk about the psychopaths that are running the world and destroying the working class once this information is known and understood. Yeah. Carl Strayberger, Johnson is worse for telling Ukrainian not to negotiate at the beginning, causing more slaughter, endless slaughter. I don't want to see any more Ukrainians or Russians dying. I don't want to see it. And anytime I go on talk to these fucking idiots on Twitter, it's like, oh, well, they can just leave.
It's
like,
not that easy.
Yeah, but these fuckers, they celebrate death. These fucking Shiba Inu fucking fellas go. They celebrate the death of people. Like I saw a video yesterday of it was like some fucking dude called, I don't know, Togu. I can't remember, some asshole. But what they were like, a Ukrainian tank ran over a foxhole, not a foxhole, but like an entrenchment. And rather than wasting ammo on it, he just ran them over and killed them. And I was like, why are you celebrating? This is fucking state-sanctioned murder. And they're like, well, they shouldn't have been there. It's like, people are fucking celebrating.
Can I just ask a real quick question? Mm-hmm. I'd actually like to ask...
Boris Johnson's a cocksucker. Fuck him.
Oh, he's done. But
he should be in jail. Should be fucking...
Well, so should Bush.
Yeah, they should all be in... Yeah.
Everyone except Powell should be as well.
Who, Sidney Powell? Or not Sidney Powell. Colin Powell. He's fucking dead, man. And he knew. He knew what he was doing when he went in there with a vial of anthrax. He fucking knew. I'm not saying like Saddam a wrong'un, but still.
But I just love how you think it's black and white, and it's not black and white. Everyone's wrong.
It's the other side of the fucking planet. What business does the US have in the Middle East? Period. What business do they have?
We've already gone through this.
Yeah, but what business do they have?
What business do we have everywhere?
Exactly.
Like, one more time, come to...
I've been to the States, man.
Is it not better than... But you've also not been to Iraq.
What about Baltimore? Like, Sean lives in Chicago where there's fucking people shooting each other. Like, this... Like, look at fucking California.
Sean can still go to Walmart tomorrow and buy whatever he wants. Like, that's the thing. Like, he has the ability. Sean has the freedom. Most humans don't have that freedom to be able to do it. Sure, there's this, that, and the other thing going on in America, but I don't get it. And this is the wrong thing to say, maybe. I'm putting myself on camera here saying this, but I'd rather be in America. I'm on vacation here in Sweden right now. I'd rather be in America than anywhere else in the world.
John Joe, thanks for that. Martin, you have the mind of a scholar. Not everyone is as deep. God bless. Thank you. I appreciate that, mate, because sometimes I don't claim to know. I mean,
you do claim to know.
I claim to know, but there's a lot I don't know. And there's a lot like, and if I'm wrong, I'll admit it.
So how many people are here?
28.
So there's 28. You got 1 out of 28 that agrees with you.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm just saying, America is definitely awesome. I'm here in Sweden right now, right? Where are we? We're in Sweden. I can't even go to a Home Depot.
Sean said, would I rather be in Chicago or El Salvador?
Which part of Chicago? Because, you know as I know. Okay, fine. What's the capital of El Salvador?
Do you know?
San Salvador. Yeah, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'd rather be in Chicago than the San Salvador. Yes, absolutely. But
the one I'm saying is like,
America sucks, but it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that when I was in the States and I just landed after fucking flying for all like 24 hours.
Oh, speaking of which, we're about to have the Hardy Box first video here in the States next week. Look up Pez Bar Productions. It will be there. Blazing Budgets Part 2.
So basically, fuck it.
Exactly. Long story short, we're wrong, man. Should I have been in Iraq? No, but we're all wrong. We're here, we're together, we're having a good time, but now this is somewhat serious.
In a nutshell, I will fucking knock all the chat. I just want to say in a nutshell, war and
what is it?
Absolutely nothing. But look,
absolutely nothing.
It's stealing people's futures, and basically, when people are demoralized through poverty as a result of war, they don't see a future. They turn to escapism through alcohol, through drugs, through fentanyl epidemic. Every Western country is being run by a fucking cabal of wrong'uns that
Who's
are
sending the fentanyl to the United States right now?
apparently Chinese and the Mexican cartels.
So you don't think they have any idea
Look,
to
if
destabilize the American
if your
government?
enemy is making mistakes, you don't interrupt. And by completely, why do you think pornography is free?
Why do you not think that if your enemy is making a mistake, you don't?
Do you know that Israel used to beam pornography into Lebanon and Jordan and
Let's not get
Egypt?
into
Would
pornography.
you know that they because
But what about your man there over there, the black guy there? He's a member of the United States Supreme Court. What's his name?
Thomas
Black dude.
Clarence?
Yeah, Thomas Clarence, who loves porn. Was it not him that said, "I don't know what pornography is until you show it to me"?
Well, what's that mean? Like, what's the point in
What's pornography?
people? You know, look. At the end of the day, everyone's fucking cracked one shiver the beauty to some pornographic material. But the thing is, Martin, you were gonna mention something that happened after a flight to America. Oh yeah, cheers, thank. And if I go off topic, please remind me because I'm sure there's good. And then the pornography thing. Look, it's bad for you. Get out of personal debt. Stop wanking. Get fit. Eat well. And you know, avoid victimhood complex. And like we were chatting earlier on, positively influence those around you. The other thing is,
think that I do that. Though.
yeah,
I like to think
pornography
that you do that for
gives
me,
people.
though.
Yeah, cool.
Hey guys, Martin Maloney has made me feel really good about myself. I had a hard time dealing with these worthless wars that America did, but I'm here in Sweden. He opened his home to me. He's a good lad. Like, I swear to God, Martin Maloney's a nice person. He might be a little misguided, but he's a good person.
Thank you, Chris. You're a good lad too. Like if you weren't, you wouldn't be here. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got a good heart, man, and your heart's in the right place, and you're sound. You know, you're a good lad.
Well, here we are. We're here together. Look at. I gave him this Stephon Gilmore, though. Where is he playing next year? I don't even
And
know.
I've also
It's
got
not
a
in
Welker.
Yeah, it's
83.
It's not opinion. What year were you born?
83. Certainly not 24. That would make me 99.
No, yeah, or one.
Or in the womb. And obviously that'd be impossible.
So I was playing Call of Duty too loud, but here, forget about it.
Okay, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go to sleep.
All right, Papa Shango. Good night, God bless you. You go, Bobos, no. Interesting chats, Chris. Interesting chats. We'll have met more.
We're from the opposite side of the world, so we have different viewpoints. Of you might look at a ball.
Well, you know it's.
I might look at a sphere. You know what I mean?
Well, interesting. He says that you have the beach ball effect. When someone says, "Oh, treat people as you'd like to be treated," that seems like a good thing because it seems. But the thing is, there's a thing I read in a book called "Sumo." Shut up and move on. And basically, it's called the beach ball effect, where everyone's looking at the same beach ball, a big beach ball in one room. He's looking at it, it's white. He's looking at it, it's green. He's looking at it, it's yellow. She's looking at it, it's blue. But everyone has different ways of seeing things. But the thing is, if we can all kind of come together to see the same objective reality.
And that's all we agree right now, right? Maloney's a good dude.
Then that's the way it is. It's the way it is.
Good night, everyone on the live stream. Thank you.
He goes to Bobos now. Good night, Chris. Can we all appreciate Martin's haircut right there, Graham Russell, lad? Thanks very much. Fucking 25 bob, that is, lad. Because I tell you, she's steep enough in Sweden. Yeah, if you go into town, it's about 50 quid. So I like this question about the hot dog. In an effort to lighten the conversation, what do you like on your hot dog? I like a whole bunch of stuff on mine. You see, usually I was always a plain mustard and ketchup guy and maybe some of those dried onions. But lately in Sweden, they have a thing called skagenröra, which is basically like a creamy seafood dill, a bit of like roe and some prawns and bits of old crab sticks, but a blob of that on as well. It's a really good stuff. You should totally try it. Tells a story how Chris got the black eye. He got into a fight with some street punks.
No, tell them the truth.
No, we won't go down that rabbit hole. Pickles, onions, tomatoes, spicy things. Yeah, I like the old spicy things. Good stuff. Good stuff. Mikey Higgins says, "Good night, Chris. Top man." Get this kid a hot dog. I've actually got hot dogs in the fridge and hot dog breads, it happens. But I don't know if I got any of that Skagen Roar left. Chris Awakens. No Autograph says, watch the head tomorrow. Keep well hydrated. So that was a spicy little touch. He's a good lad. He is a good lad. He's been on the ale. I mean, he was playing Call of Duty and just can after can. And so I said, you know, it's good going. Irish Father, how you doing? Martin, ever thought about doing some cooking videos? I do actually, and to be quite honest, without blowing my own trumpet, I'm not like a cordon bleu chef, but I know how to. I was thinking about maybe doing cooking videos for like students. You know, like there's like students. I could basically, okay, you've got like €10 and there's 4 of you. You can eat well if you can clean the kitchen and, you know, do I don't know, like a penne Alfredo or something, and you can do it very cheap. Chicken pollo Alfredo. What are you going to say about Lebanon? Oh yeah, you mean pumping pornography, blasting it in? Because look, if everyone's watching porn and they get addicted to porn, they're all wanked out, and it gives you a dirty mind. And one of the best things you can ever do is just give up wanking. And you know what I mean? It's like, you know, clear the fucking cookies, and you know, a lot. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, it basically. If it gives the individual a dirty mind, it gives society a dirty mind. And
I'm going to wank now. See you later.
Christ. Man's fucking mental. I remember like when we were in Phoenix, me and Stevie Kelly, and he comes into the bar Sunday lunchtime, and all these lads are wearing Phoenix Suns jerseys and they're watching the game. And he goes, "Hey, what are you drinking, man?" I'm like, "I'm having a Magnus." And he goes, "Cool." And he goes to the bar and he comes back with Magnus. And he turns around to all these like Phoenix dudes in this Irish bar and he goes, "Cheers, lads. Up the raw." And Stevie Kelly just goes like this. "How do you do it?" He goes, "How do I do what? How do you stay alive this long?" Some fucking man. He's have to paint the walls, says Seanine. Can you elaborate on how bad porn is for people, says No Autographs? Okay, well, I mean, speaking from previous experience, you're just thinking about shagging and sex the whole time, which leads to personal promiscuity. And you might be thinking, you know, like womanizing and you know, the fact that some people can't even be aroused with conventional sex because they're overstimulated with having. I mean, you think back in the 80s and 90s, it was like your introduction to sex would be someone had stashed a porno in a hedge and you'd find it and you'd be like, whereas now you've got kids in like school who can just access whatever the fuck they want. And man, it's damaging. It's spiritually and it's psychologically and physically damaging young men, and it's weakening people. And it's like, and all of this,
we finally agree on something.
Yeah, but it bleeds out culturally. So it bleeds out into like music video. It gives people dirty minds, and then people start pushing. Like, look at it. Look at this fucking. I'm not even going to go into things that are potentially litigious. I want to kind of don't want to upset the fucking mob, but look around you, man. Look around you, and then think back to where we were 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and if you can remember further, watch TV or like look at how society, look at comedy, or look at how things were compared to how things are now. Like everything has just become a derivative of everything. Like culturally, musically, that's one thing. You know, is I'm going off on a stream of conscious here, but here, I'll bring this lad up. Oh, lad, come on. Up here. Here he is. It's been a while since the brethren. Oh, he's a good boy.
What?
He's a fucking strong lad. This lad here. He was found in a garbage can with his brothers and sisters. Now one man's trash is another man's treasure. All right, Maul. Is that ticking ears? He's a very good dog. He's good old crack. There he goes. But you know what? We've Quarto. Melted drills. Porn. Sean says porn is like a simulator, can't compare the real thing. But that's the thing. I mean, people, like, some people can't even get an erection if they find themselves in a real life sexual situation because it's not enough for them. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's fuck all good in the end of it. And I tell you this, it's a man who fucking cracked one off many's a time. Like, look, you look at pornography, you're looking at like women they're essentially abuse victims that are being exploited by shady bastards, and to get themselves through that shit, they're addicted to drugs, and they're not. Man, there's a lot of people out there who aren't happy, not spiritually happy. And look, if you want to go into it, like, and you can take what you want out of this. The more things I look into, the more it becomes biblical, and I don't feel one bit ashamed of saying this, but I think that there are satanic elements that are running. But Chris, is it not though?
I have no comment.
Yeah, but you were raised Catholic, which obviously has a bad track record. But you still, if you were listening to the sermons and whatnot, I mean, not look. I'm not a Bible thumper, but you look at the shit. Me and him had this conversation earlier on today, and he was like, "It was the same shit in the '80s with Kiss, but it's a slow." It's a slow fucking process. It's the long march through the institutions. And yeah, I agree with you that Western culture peaked in the 90s. Good night. Say your prayers. Look, and it's easy for me to say these things. I'm old, man. You know, I mean, like, well, I'm 40. It's like I'm a very different person to who I was in my teens, in my 20s. Like, if I was a teenager and if I was in my early 20s and I had access to Tinder and fucking pornography, I'd have a different point of view because I was the one who was benefiting in the short term from these things without consequence. Like, I did some stupid shit in my 20s. Like, I might have kids out there from not using protection, and it's like now I have kids. I'm like, I might have a 16 or 17-year-old child or two out there, and that fucking scares me, man. Or that it make it, like, if God forbid, but if that's true, to know that part of me who I would love dearly is out there not knowing who their biological father is because of some stupid shit I did in my early 20s with not wearing protection, going against good advice that my uncle gave me. And this is something that does. And if I did find out I'd had a child, I'd be like, sorry about that. Welcome to the party. And I'm not the only one to say that. I'm sure there's many of you in the chat who also might go through their heads. But this shit that we're seeing now in contemporary times started 90s, 80s, and it's probably always been going on. But it's, I don't know. Yeah. But look, at the end of the day, it's, I was a stupid fucker as well, but now I'm older and wiser. You start looking back at mistakes you made yourself.
You're older.
I'm older, but not wiser, he says. Listen, the river of life, it'll smooth off the most rugged stones, and it has smoothed me off. And when I talk about the spiritual aspects of things that are going on, I think that us living through this world, we will make mistakes and we will do stupid things and we will do things that we regret. But we have to learn from them. We have to move on from them, and we have to take personal accountability, and we have to take the information that we've learned from personal experience or things that we've witnessed from other people around us and try and play that forward. But you can't put an old head on young shoulders. He's a lot of fucking learning to do. Look, if I didn't have kids and it worked out for me and I'd gone to gone big in the TV game, I don't know if I'd have the same insights. But like, yeah, and I feel like the last couple of years have been a real learning curve for me. And I often think like the road less traveled. There's no fucking point in thinking about the road less traveled. Like, fuck it, you don't know what you're missing. Could be worse, could be better, but we all have the lot we are given, and try and make the most of that. Paj Mahaj, I agree, Martin. It all goes back to the Bible, and all the shit that all these rabbit holes I went down with, like the people driving this shit, they believe in it, and you see all this fucking symbolism in music videos and whatnot. Why is it there?
I won't go on camera, but your boy is saying the same thing that I was saying. It equates with Kiss. It goes back to the Bible. Everyone said this is the devil, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the fucking difference now? We're still humans. Are we not supposed to love each other?
Yes.
I mean, come on. You and I have the most opposite political beliefs, but come on, man. Look at me. I fucking love you, man.
Oh, we super, man.
See? So we disagree. Don't read my face, but we disagree on things, but like he's a fucking honest to God good human being. Like, I mean this to you. Like, Martin Maloney is one of the best human beings I've ever fucking met in my life.
Well, Paj Mahaj says, Chris, this is what I believe. We live in a fallen world. Satan rules this realm. I actually, in like recently, I've been like that, and
that's actually something that I don't disagree with.
Yeah,
I think since 9/11, the entire world has been going down.
Before that, I mean, there was 2 world wars before that, and mad shit happened. But I think the main moral of the story is we all make mistakes, we all do daft shit, but we got to get out of this mortal coil with our souls as intact as possible. And I'm not preaching, I'm not, being.
He doesn't have to preach. I just want everyone here in the live stream to know that as an American right now, like, I've been across the world, I've done some bad
from
things.
London to the Bay.
And Martin Maloney has helped me with my mental health more than you guys could possibly ever fucking imagine. I don't agree with what this man's saying a lot of the time, but he is a good fucking person. And like, he has helped me.
My mama raised me well. And did I some of the things that my mother said, I was like, what are you talking about, man? I was like, this is
with the TV box in the house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sensual Chris standing behind me.
I'm just trying
sit down there, lad.
No, I gotta keep my lips out.
You've got a bit of cream on your lip, man. Don't worry about it.
Anyways, no, but guys,
wholesome lads, says the dude.
I've got things to do in the morning.
You go to bed now. You go to bed, good lad. I'll have to wrap it up soon. But yeah, look, be good to each other. And like, don't. There's a lot of fucking disinformation and bullshit and false prophets and.
I'll drink 20 cans. Not enough disinformation.
Tall cans in the air. Let me hear you saying, fuck you. Yeah, anyway, so look, look around you, man. The world's, it's like, I'm genuinely worried that people, people's heart, like you see on Twitter and all that, which I'm on a lot, people's hearts are hardened towards their fellow man and women. You know what I mean? It's like, and I kind of think like with that shit that I saw on Twitter, I know Chris in the Twitter thing, but I'm just saying the fact that people are cheering for people dying, it gives you a little bit of an insight to kind of mindset of people given the chance in a wartime or a dystopian era, the kind of shit that they will do. And it's fucked, man. And I think you need to have the full armor of God and to know how to look after your own and yourself. And if the unfortunate time arises where you might have to basically do unpleasant things to defend what is good, then so be it, you know. And I say that in the kind of, in the way I say that is, if you look at Lord of the Rings, for example, is one of my favorite trilogies. I was on a News Talk radio show recently in Ireland talking about how it was, because those characters that Tolkien had created were very noble archetypes that should be emulated in your own world. But the fact that to be, you know, to truly be able to sacrifice yourself for the greater good is probably the most noble of sacrifices. To be able to do things that you're afraid to do, to go above and beyond and surpass your own expectations of yourself, to be able to do that in a crisis situation, but just to do the right thing in difficult times, and not to crumble and not to be afraid, but to make your stand and put your line in the sand. And I think it's very important. And I'll leave it there, lads and ladies. I'll leave it there. I know, like, I'm supposed to be the funny guy, the fucking ball breaker, you know, but it's sometimes, you know, it's light and shade. Like it's difficult to be, funny all the time when, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I should do a funny video. But the shit that I have, like, and Chris is dead right, man. I'm spending too much time on Twitter. It's toxic. Shawnee's just got out of Twitter jail as I was going in. Missy has a picture of the wolf emoji. That does look a lot like my dog. So I'll take a couple of your comments before I go. You're doing a great job, Martin. Keep going. Thanks very much, brother. Says Irish Newfoundland Bird. Carl Stripeberger, just totally awesome to each other. Absolutely right. Paj Mahaj, beware of false prophets. Many shall come in the name and claim I am Christ and will deceive many. Oh, absolutely. Look at fucking your man Kenneth Copeland, the Baptist. That guy's one of the biggest charlatans ever. He's riding around in Gulfstream jets and you know, conning people who think that they're doing the right thing. Alleged Stevie Costanza. Martin, how's things, kid? Tune in from Ballina, aka Ballina. Roshi McKnight, sorry, in the pub, got waylaid. Good night, God bless. Sean Reardon, we love you, man, for all the sheer honesty and common sense. Thank you as a human being. Cheers, Sean. I appreciate it. And I'm past the time where I'm like, I don't give a shit what, like the show business game. It's not a fucking good place to be, man. It really isn't. Like, it's when the going is good, it's good. But I know that the consent. I mean, even look at Marky Wahlberg. He's moving out of California to start something in Nevada, and I think I'm a talented performer. I'm intelligent, and I'm not blowing me on trumpet. Like, it's just like I've been around and I understand, and I know what's good, and that's it's not what the man wants. You know, anything that would, and sometimes I feel bad about the Hardy books, because sometimes it's kind of like it always had like good moral undertones to it, but it was also might have been misinterpreted as something that kind of glorified bad behavior, and which would have fluctuated in our own times because we were on our mid-20s and like we were doing daft shit. So it's kind of like I railed against what felt as a fusty pearl clutching culture in Ireland, but now I feel like it's gone the other way. It's gone too far, you know. Pajamahar says, it also says in the Bible that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith and give heed to evil spirits and doctrines of the devils, and will have your consciousness seared with a hot iron. Heavy stuff, man. Heavy stuff. One man out, one man in. Twitter jail, hey. Blood in, blood out. Outlaw. God is not necessarily the truth, seeing that there's no proof. But the thing is, if you could prove God was real, right? Could you imagine these kiss asses that are statists, government bootlickers, the kind of curtain twitchers that would have grassed you up for leaving your house during COVID? You imagine that if you look up in the sky and you've got like God's looking down, everyone going, oh, you better be behaving yourself. They'd be like, look, a sacrifice for you. Look what I have done. Take my child. You know, it wouldn't work. So the thing this is my own thoughts that I've had. Is like the fact that you can't prove him, the fact that you can't disprove God is on you. It's basically, you know, it's like if you believe, then you believe, and if you don't, then you don't believe. But I think a lot of people who say they don't believe pretty much do believe, and especially in times when shit hits the fan, it's like that old adage: "There's no atheists in a foxhole." And yeah, basically, just to fucking, it's getting late, and my brain's starting to go. But if you like the same wankers who were hero worshipping these fucking governments for locking us down and ruining businesses for 2 years, those same kind of fucking Karens and wankers would be the ones who would. And when I say Karens, no offense, because I know a good friend of mine, Karen Trevor. She's not one of these Karens. She's a proper legend. So if I offended you, Karen, sorry about that. But yeah, these jobs worthy pricks. Imagine them. They'd be dickheads, man. So, and they would be believing in God for the wrong reasons, because they'd be kissing his ass instead of basically doing it for the sake of being good. And that's why I think the mystery of faith is voluntary. I hope that makes sense. Patrick Kilty says, love you, man. Class content. Great to meet you, brother. Great to meet you too. You're a good skin. Drove all the way down from Dublin for the show, hey. And it was a good show. And I tell you, myself and Stevie had great crack in Cork. I think the gay marriage episode was class. Goffy Lavin, or Bugenhagen Dollar Lavin. Blood in, blood out, says Sean. The story of YouTube bandit Mark Maloney. Yeah, I've had to keep it spicy. I think the first strike is off in June, so I really don't want to lose this. And please, it's a backup channel. Maloney Strikes Back. Please subscribe to that in case this goes down. And like, I know you're all there, and all you need to do is just right now on the phone, just be like, Maloney Strikes Back. Yes, I'll subscribe to that. But also, I'm on Odyssey and Rumble. Couldn't figure that out. I think I fucked it up. Thanks very much for the super chat there, Stevie Costanza. Martin Armeo's chances this year after beating Kerry. See, I'm really confused about all this round robin shit, man. It kind of feels like they've turned the GAA into like the NFL. They were bloody lucky to get it past Louth there last Saturday. That was a close one, hey. CM Fox, it's about control. That's right, mate. And I tell you, you're a fucking legend, mate. You really are. And you'll have to come up to Stockholm, or else get me a gig done your way. When's the next stream, man? Hopefully next Friday night. We'll see. But it's Saturday. I was going to do one last night, but I was too tired. Gaelic football has been awful this year. Can't watch it. Blanket defense, fist passes, back and over for 20 minutes without a shot. Hurling has been great this year, though.
Okay, press 1 in the chat if you want Martin Maloney to do a live overlooking a beautiful archipelago in Stockholm, Sweden, instead of with this boring background.
We will do this. There's a Irish Newfoundland bird says, ever listen to Cal Washington? He talks about life being a giant court case between God and Lucifer. Do you know what? It's like the more, like, my mother, fair play to her, she's a woman of devout faith, and I, sometimes I feel like she overdoes it a bit, but it has helped her get through a hell of a lot of hardships in life. And I think the fact that she prays so much, she gets so much done, because when she's praying, it is meditation, praying and meditation and affirmations. I think it's something that, she's always like, she was like, she knows when you have kids, you start praying. And, some of the fucking stupid situations I've gotten myself into over the years. I mean, like, being a rowdy ADHD mad bastard, and then you throw drink and peer pressure and like some of the fucking stupid stuff that I've done over the years. Like, it's, I'm glad that I had her looking out for me, saying prayers. You know. Allah Baba says, I know there is a creator because there is laws in place that we are bound by these laws in this universe. Gravity is real, so is the wind and heat from the sun. Yeah, I mean, like you look at the golden ratio, you look at like your thumbprint, a hurricane, the tent, or like a fern leaf, you know, a cauliflower. Everything has the golden ratio, and that is almost like a thumbprint of intelligent design. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ, man! Bad shooting near you today. I heard 4 people shot an underground station. Yeah, you know, like Sweden. When I first came here, I was one of the biggest nutters, and yeah, now it's just it's everywhere, man. You know, it's basically there's no one has listened to any voice of reason or morality now. Now you got like fucking, you know, they push those who will take people away from living a fulfilling life and having kids and raising families, you know, and the family unit has been under attack for years because, you know, and this is why the travelers do so well in terms of groups, because they have large families and stick together. Whereas, like, you break down the family unit and you have small families. Like, I looked at like my dad's family growing up when he, you know, he came from a family of 10. You look at the Irish birth rates, man. We're fucking like we're going below replacement levels. And you know, my dad came from a family of 10. My mother came from a family of 6. Well, unfortunately, her eldest sister died as infant mortality, but there was 5 of them. So that's 15 aunties and uncles, or 15 siblings in 2 families. And like I've had 2 kids, so it was like 10 on my dad's side, 10, 4, 2. You know, and it's basically, you know, big families. It's like every child is like an arrow in your quiver. It's an insurance policy for the future, and it's not easy raising them. It's easy to make them, but I think having kids is what definitely sorted me out. To be honest with you, let's see. We want you to go live on a mountain, says Chris. We'll do this. So let's see what this shooting in Stockholm. See what the crack is there.
Oh, we'll go live there instead.
Shooting in Forster Centre. Okay, that's not too far away. 4 people have been shot in Forster, southern Stockholm. 2 of them were found near the city centre just after 6 p.m. Shortly afterwards, 2 more people with gunshot wounds were found in the immediate area. Police have stopped the subway from stopping at the station. A large police operation is underway in Forster, southern Stockholm. 6:13 p.m. Police were alerted of shooting. Yeah, I mean, like, they were always bringing, like, and here's another prediction, right? And it might not come true. All these weapons that have been sent to Ukraine, you're going to see radical fucking lunatics getting their hands on that, and potentially a commercial flight is going to be fucking shot out of the sky in Europe. I mean, I don't want that to happen, but there's a lot of these weapons. You don't know where the fuck these are going, man. And maybe that's the long con. I don't know. Then to be like, oh, we got to lock everyone down, more security, more totalitarianism. Stephen Costanza, drink is a great servant, but a terrible master. That is absolutely A1, spot on. 60, what's to say here? Why has Sweden shootings out of control? They've got 14 shootings from 1960 to 1995. Gangs, man. Gangs, and the fact that, you know, you've got people who are coming in from war zones who are, you know, it's like bringing in rescue pit bulls and putting them in with poodles. You know, like Sweden was very much like Japan, whereas there was a very high honor society, and you know there are people coming in who are basically traumatized, or you know they don't have any respect for Sweden because maybe it goes against you know, and also there is the fact that Sweden is it's a very it's a closed shop. It's very difficult to try and integrate. And you know, like for me, I find like living in Sweden is like living the difficulties on hard mode. I go back to Ireland, it's easy. It's like people understand me, people know what I'm about, and you know, you can make connections and opportunities a lot easier. Whereas here in Sweden, there's a language barrier as well, and there's a cultural barrier. They're quite. I think it's because of the long winters as well. The summer months, everyone comes out the shell, but like for the rest of the year, like you don't even see your neighbors. You know, it's like it's cold and it's dark, and it's like it gets dark at like 2 p.m. and it's cold, and so I think you know you bring people in from like different parts of the world, and it's a completely different culture, and there's a lot of nepotism, and it's cheers, buddy.
You have to get this in you so tomorrow you live.
That's right, my man. And I think yeah, people turn to crime again. It is what it is. We have
If America didn't bomb a lot of places, Sweden would have this cultural revolution that it does have now.
Irish government want this to be a regular thing here, keep the population afraid like Sweden. Irish government, man, they're you know what they are, they're a shower of pricks. They don't care about you. They don't care about anything other than appeasing their fucking masters in the EU.
State, they don't care about the people.
They don't, man. I mean, there has to be a change. And like I've always been of the mind that they're trying to crank it up, keep cranking it up until it aggravates people so much. Like, man, even look at like, let's say, feminists, and then now the feminists are fighting the trans, and now the LGBs are fighting the T's and the Q's, and they're breaking people up into smaller and smaller factions and making them argue men versus women, you know, religion versus religion, and they get everyone in and they crank it up, and then everyone's so fractured that they can't even see the fucking bars of the prison in front of them. To quote, LG says, to quote Thomas Sheridan, the Irish government is the empire of mediocrity. Yeah, it is. The funniest term, turfs, says Sean. Paj Mahaj, master of puppets are pulling your strings, twisting your mind, and smashing your dreams. Master. Good old tune, man. Good old tune. Wasn't that Dave Mustaine? Was he was in Michael Fellini. I sure fucking saw that man there last week. Hey, are we getting on? Alting bra, man. Nathan Travers. Hey, come to Lanzarote with me and the boys in January. Give me the fucking shout, man. Give me the shout. Graham Russell can't get over that fucking haircut, Martin. Classic going on there. Like, do you know what? I'm fucking glad about that, because it was looking a bit. It was a bit longer, but it was looking well unkempt, because last time I had a cut was in Phoenix. But thanks very much. Anyway, look, we're nearly approaching 2 o'clock in the morning. I've got to take ye old hound dog out for a power piss and hit the hay, man. Hit the hay. But you know what? Interesting. It was an interesting night tonight. It was a night where patience was stretched at times, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, it was a nice touch. Thanks very much, Missy. But anyway, look, enjoy the rest of your weekend and take it real handy tomorrow. Have an old lie-in for yourself. Oh, have a lie-in. You'll be there in the bed going, oh, this fucking bed is unreal, man. Lovely kip. Yeah, make it that what you will. Cadence Levesque. Always been a solid lad laying down the hard truths. Thanks for the entertainment, man. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Back to the cart. Good lads and Nathan Travis. All right, well, look, it's an absolute pleasure. And like I said, get on Maloney Strikes Back as a backup channel, because if this channel goes down, man, it'll be good night and God bless for these kind of chats. Yeah, I think Chris has got my man Eli over in LA doing the editing of our trip to. Like, there wasn't really. I was the one who was doing most of the filming this time, and I realized that just filming Chris in it, like some of the shit that he does, man, it's just like I'm just gonna. Never mind me. I feel like I'm the one who should film Chris just knocking around Stockholm, just interacting with people. This is the 34th time Chris has gone to sleep, says Sean. Vinny Thompson, man. I'll see you tomorrow, baby boy. Vinny Thompson's another sound skin. We'll get him on the next. Yeah, Vinny's in the chat as well. Real V man. I'm not talking. I'm not talking about V man from Home and Away. Ryan.
Wait, Vinny, we get to see Vinny tomorrow.
Do we get to see you tomorrow, Vinny? Drum roll, please. Oh, fucking Sean Parker Brian. Hey, what's the other YouTube backup channel? It's called Maloney Strikes Back.
Wait, Vinny's coming.
Yeah, baby, he's in tomorrow. Yeah, so please do us a favor, hit that thumbs up. I don't know if it makes fuck all difference anyway, to be quite honest with you.
No, it does. Hit all the
it does
thumbs
it,
up.
though,
Maloney's out here. He's sharing his heart with you. You guys, you got to understand. He's a good lad.
And also Maloney's Digest, a PayPal if you want to throw a few touches. But anyway, that's it. CP and M, a massive command. Vinny, safe journey to you tomorrow.
Before he gets on the hey, Vinny, before you get on the flight, can you do the duty free and bring us a bottle of whiskey from Ireland?
Yeah, he'll furnish your claw with.
I'll call you Vinny right now.
Okay. There is no way this man is sleeping. Look at him. 36 times, says Sean. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I enjoyed the stream. Always a pleasure to chat to you. Thanks for sticking around. You could have been watching Hulu, Netflix, Disney, the TV, other lads on YouTube, scrolling Twitter, but you've spent this Saturday night with us, and that means a lot to me. And I love the lot of you. Thank you. And I'll hopefully get it. If not Wednesday night, I'll try and get one in on Friday night. But I think next Friday, actually, I think I'm doing a gig. So maybe Wednesday. But you're a sound bunch. Good luck and God bless you all. How do I end this fucking thing? Good luck.
And then buy a duty-free